Hi there, guys. Welcome to Outdoors Brews and Barbecue. This is Carlos, your host. Like usual, with my co-host over here.
What up, y'all?
Hira. But today we do got two new guests in this podcast.
We do.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves and then give us a little, insight into how they made it onto the podcast. Yeah, because I came
how
to discover.
Made it out later.
Yeah. I came to discover they do something specific at home, right? That relates to this podcast, right? So let's go ahead and start over here to the right.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Lindsay. I am here with my husband, Raphael. And we actually homebrew. And I met Carlos at work, and we kind of connected off of that. He's like, "Oh, hey, I do a podcast about beer," and I was like, "Oh, hey, I homebrew, so why don't you come on?" And I was like, "Great, let's do it."
All right. So we have you. You said you brought what? Two beers, no?
2 home beers, homebrew
Okay.
beers, and other 2 beers, but we'll see if we get there.
Okay, we'll see if we get there. And then, of course, the beers that we had already pre-bought for the episode today, which are all beers, Spanish beers related directly from Spain. So it's going to be, as you can see already on the cam,
1906.
1906, both black and reserve, and then a 1926, which is the green bottle you see over to the right. Right. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the first beer of the evening. I'm going to go ahead and shoot with the 1906. Let me see, which one are we going to do here? Actually,
Already forgetting?
bro. I'm going to start off with 1925, which is a amber lager. So the green one. So let's go with that one. Because I still have half the sandwich that I chugged on the way here stuck halfway down my throat. Oye, el abrido tuyo, because I didn't bring a bottle.
Oh, you
opener.
forgot your... Here you go.
Yeah, bro. I left mine at home. All right.
That is a rarity.
That is
a rarity.
I switched knives, and
Dale,
the knife
pásamelo. Gotta open my-
the knife that I have on me does not have my bottle opener
I
on the
gotta open
back.
up the other bottles. Chen definitely is going to have some.
That good? Or you want more?
Oh, that's plenty. Thank you.
That's plenty?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you.
Half a cup.
Sure.
Huh?
Oh boy.
Aye.
That's a hefty portion.
You got that second bottle going on there, huh? Hira's just going to have the whole bottle he opened up over there to himself.
You know I will.
Yeah, I know you do. This one's for Chen. Let's move this over that way.
Past Chen.
And then I'll take what's remaining in the bottle. So I can taste it from the bottle and from the cup. Because, there's always 2 different flavors to a beer, right? You got the bottled flavor. And I like the open cup flavor. But let's go ahead and give this beer a taste.
Cheers.
I don't believe I've tasted this beer before, so this would probably be a first for
I
me.
have not.
I have tasted potentially both or one of the other 2, but not this first one. So let's go ahead and let's get this beer tasting rolling. Oh, he's also got Untapped IC. No, he's already taken the picture ready to log. I haven't even mentioned anything about Untapped, but he's already on it.
Don't
He's a
drink a beer without
professional.
Untapped.
Yeah, don't drink a beer without Untapped.
See, I always
Yeah?
forget. I'm always like, I got it. I'm like, yeah. Nope.
Start
I
drinking.
I just keep
and
drinking.
then
I'm like,
forget.
oh, whoops.
I don't right now. Don't even remember the name of this beer.
1925.
1925. Alhambra Reserva 1925,
Epa.
which is the full name of this beer. All right. It has a 6.4% APV. Not bad.
Nice.
Light. I like
Light, refreshing.
it.
Do you have one by the camera so people can see?
Oh, look at that. I actually drank this beer twice.
Yeah. Didn't remember.
And did not remember. Okay, so I already have a rating on there. I'm not even going to bother rating it then. I'll stick to what I probably wrote on there.
Make sure to put a cup by the camera so, people get some of the color, see how it looks like. See,
It's got a nice goldish amber tone to it. Oh,
Definitely a beach beer for me.
it's not bad. It's actually refreshing. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's we probably had it twice. What you gave it? What? Ooh,
I gave it a solid number. I might actually upgrade it.
yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
have
Easy drinking. I mean, it's still 6.2. You said
6.4. 6.4.
6.4. So
6.4. Thank you, Siri, for asking that information.
So that's our fifth guest.
That's our fifth guest. An AI there in the back.
It's jumping in there, you know.
Which we'll be relating back to that AI later on,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
will.
because there is an outdoor part of today's podcast which is going to be in somewhat relation to that AI, right? Or at least to that company, aka Apple.
La
But
Gran Manzana.
La Manzanita. I've always liked the logo, bro. I never understood why he did it with, he just bit a piece off.
Yeah.
He was hungry.
Wait. 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 So you already had like a sip. What?
I'm good, bro. What you talking about?
Yo, Chen, this is your boy.
My brain's been chilling all day.
All right. So Chen, what's your rating? Chen gives it a 3.
Shane gives it a 3. Okay.
we're going from
For
0
the
to 5.
untapped.
From,
from
yeah.
tap?
Yeah,
from
like the
untapped.
untapped, the same
Yeah,
thing.
so
So, if, like,
from
2 points.
0.25 all the way up to 5.
Or you can give it a 0 if you really,
Or you
really,
give it a
really
0 if you
hate
really
it.
don't
No,
like
not at all. I mean, it's definitely. I mean, it has some aging. There is some aging in the beer. I mean, obviously, it's not like completely like fresh. Obviously, it's a beer that comes from Spain, so obviously the transition, the transfer from
It's probably been
know,
through
from-
multiple heat waves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can feel a little bit, but I'll give it a solid 3.5.
It definitely it's sweet, yet it does have a slight malty flavor to it. It's smooth. It's
Like my OE. No.
like your OE, your Old English. When I tasted the beer last time, I gave it a 3.5.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um,
How do you feel now?
I actually still like the beer. I wouldn't mind having this beer.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no.
this is definitely, like you said,
it's a refreshing
beer.
beer.
Yeah.
This is definitely, I
Yeah.
see myself just throwing out a towel, laying out there, having one of these and just chilling.
on a hot
Mhm.
day, right?
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
mm.
Mhm.
But you know, with a nice breeze hitting, you know what? It's just like hot and stale.
Yeah,
Right.
I wouldn't have this beer in the middle of the
Just
Sahara.
be dying there. You're like,
No.
I don't know how many times I go to the beach. I'm just like,
Well, if you can have it cold,
If I can have it
maybe.
cold, but in the middle of the desert with no breeze, no, I probably would not have this beer. No.
So what is your
I'll give
rating?
it 375. 375.
375?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually what I was thinking of upgrading it to, but I already have logged this beer twice, so I was not going to log it for a third time. I'll leave it at my 3.5 that I had given it at one point in history.
and Lindsay, what are you?
So I don't typically rate beers on the scale here. I guess just gonna throw out maybe a 3.
Okay.
Okay. Still a decent rating.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I was going to give it 3.
a little bit past midpoint.
Mhm.
No, it's a
Drinkable.
decent beer. It's a drinkable beer. It's a
It is.
refreshing beer.
Definitely.
Um,
Oh yeah.
if I want to be, the critique master here tonight, I think they, missed out a little bit on the artwork. It's very simple.
They're trying to make it look old school.
They're trying to make it look old school.
I
They
kind of
went,
like the bottle.
yeah, they went 3-dimensional. They kind of made the artwork right on the glass instead
Reminds
of
me of
printing on un papelito.
Yeah.
Coño, que te botella.
What, the ones from
Was it Funky Buddha? They have the one that actually have a Buddha on it.
Oh yeah.
is that Funky Buddha?
Funky Buddha.
Yeah.
No, man.
I freaking love that bottle. I'm like,
I don't think that's Funky Buddha.
They have a boot on it, no?
yeah.
The logo does, but I don't think the
No,
bottle
they had a
itself.
bottle one that they bottle it with.
Because
like,
I know there's
Buddha.
a brewery, when you typically go do around the world, and this is at Epcot, people. There's a specific beer they sell in the China area.
See, every time I hear
Yeah.
you say that, that's why I already started laughing.
Yeah.
I already know where you're going.
No, it's not the name. It's not the one with the name that I'm referring
Oh,
to.
no,
There is a
the-
beer over there that literally
Alright.
has the bottle formed in the shape of a huge Buddha.
Ah.
So when
Hmm.
you buy the bottle itself is already shaped like a Buddha just sitting there.
Yeah, that's what
The one you're laughing about is Singao. That's not the one I'm
The
referring
Singao
to.
is exactly.
No.
What color?
Singao.
What color is the bottle?
The bottle's green, just like this one.
Green.
But the instead of it just being a regular sized shaped bottle, it's the bottle itself has the regular neck area of the bottle, and then
And
the
it's
rest
like
of the
a
bottle
Buddha.
is shaped like a Buddha.
Yeah, see, that was the thing. I thought it was Funky Buddha because I remember ordering it one time, and I was just like, oh, because I normally have it, and it's normally like in a glass, and then they pass me the bottle. I'm like,
Maybe it's a
Okay.
special edition or something.
Yeah.
Do you
But I-
guys know why is it a green bottle instead of like a brown bottle?
I wish I had that detail. Would you
I
have an
know
idea why it's in a
normally
green bottle?
between clear and green, just
Mhm.
because it keeps it from losing like carbonation and fermentation, everything like that.
No, not really. I mean, it has to do with the light.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously the bottles with that are clear, like
Clear.
no color.
Like that piss called Corona.
So it's
Your favorite.
It's okay for the beer to have certain taste that is given by the light,
Right.
and obviously darker bottles
Are trying to preserve
doesn't
more
allow
Yeah.
that flavor.
that flavor. Yeah.
But yeah,
Take
that's
that,
definitely
Mike.
we've had that conversation in other episodes, and this is actually I think one of our first green bottle beers we brought into the podcast. We typically have black bottle beers. We haven't.
Well, we had they're not bottles though. Let me take that back.
We've had
I
cans.
was like Four Loko.
That was a shit show. That was comical, but it was not an enjoyable drink. All right.
I was gonna bring you some more. Keep you awake.
No, that's right. You can keep those four
Maybe to
locos.
go to sleep.
You can keep those four
Knock them
locos
out.
somewhere
Like
else.
night night.
But we've had mostly all dark bottles actually. Now that I think about it, now that you brought that topic into the conversation, and I really in my head the only clear bottle I think about is just Corona. I don't know.
Miller High Life.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
There are a few.
Bad
There are a
memories.
few. There are a few.
that's battery acid.
beers than.
It's only for beer
Common.
can chicken. That's
Hey, beer can chicken. It can work for a beer can chicken.
all right.
All right. Well, I'm ready for beer number 2, man. Let me check
Dale,
what's left
we
here.
need to go back. We need to move quicker.
Yeah, we need.
we going too
You know
slow.
what? Let me taste
We
the
slow
bottle.
stepping. Which one am I bringing up next? Or grabbing?
The other black one right there in front of you. Actually, the white one. Sorry, the black one's the one with the highest APV level in that cooler. No. I actually liked it more from the bottle than from the cup.
Oh yeah.
I feel there's
What do you think the difference is? How do you taste the? Which one tastes better?
The beer's been-
Still on me.
already bottled up for a period of time, so I feel like the flavor is more concentrated in the bottle
Mm.
than when you pour it into the cup.
Mm.
No.
I done got myself wet.
Aye.
Typically, when you pour a beer, more flavor comes out, but I guess sometimes in the bottle it just stays trapped in there. But when
I've-
you
We've come to notice that a lot with IPAs also.
definitely get the
And it really
the
depends
aroma.
on how much aroma or how much hoppiness is in that IPA.
Coño.
Yeah.
The foam helps to bring, like Nancy said, all of those flavors and aromas. And,
Mhm.
Yes.
What? This is
I know you just poured it. I just smelled it, and it smells like Malta.
Oh man.
Oh, it's got a whole different color tone to it too. Wow. That way.
That's more than enough. Thank you. Oh boy.
You don't like beer that much, do you?
No, I do. I just have to manage my intake some.
New beer, clean cup, man.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
This is
He's like, "All
there is
right,
no
let's
there
go."
is no reuse and recycling
Right,
of
it
the
has, like,
cups.
It does
Como
smell like
Malta, like-
Malta. Yeah. No, for sure.
like the
No.
Hatui Malta.
Yeah.
So would you use this for a beer can chicken? No,
Nah,
no, I don't think so.
nah. This is you make like something for a dessert topping. Like I feel I haven't tasted it yet, but at least. Yo,
I'll
Chen.
leave this one here for myself.
Oh, I thought that was for Chen. Chen
No,
turned
we
around.
can-
You hurt his feelings. He doesn't know
alright.
what to do with his life.
Wow.
Coño!
Might as well finish. Why not?
Chen. That's why I said.
Let me see the botellita, please.
Coge la botellita, coge la botellita. Let me see if I have logged this one in also now. This one, we are jumping into one of the 1906.
Oh, don't forget to let's put the cup on the camera so people can see.
Camera, cup to the camera. And we
Sabi.
are on the black one here, correct?
See.
So this is going to be this one right here.
And negrito.
And this
That's
is
me.
That's you? Were you able to find it?
I'm
You're on
getting there.
Yeah,
Got
still
it.
searching, trying to see
He's
if
still
it,
searching.
does it pop.
Because I have
It looks-
multiple. I don't know which one of the
Oh.
three may it be. I believe it is this one here. And I've also
You've
already.
You've had these.
I've
Did you know
already
when you
had this
these?
And
Love it.
I'm going to give you guys my number right off the bat. So apparently, last time I had this beer, supposing that this is the correct one that we all have in our hands right now,
It looks like it.
I had this beer and I gave this beer a solid 4.
It is actually not bad.
What
You
is
know me.
what is the style?
It's a Dunkelbach.
Dunkelbach.
Dunkelbach beer.
Hmm.
So dark malty coffee, strong yet sweet.
I like
Definitely sweet.
Oh.
Mhm.
At least the tiny drop that I got from the remaining portion of the bottle didn't have much carbonation, at least in that one piece. Now I'm going to try this in front of the camera. I'm going to
Mhm.
steal from the viewers.
Yeah, I think I can. I don't feel as much carbonation. I
It has a
think it's
very
supposed
smooth
to have-
carbonation.
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
So yeah,
I
so
kind of like that. I definitely chug this away.
Like, this is a beer I would have with some nice donuts.
Yeah.
I
Sweet and
would
sweet.
just grab this like right after work and just be like,
Mm.
This is something I can. This is, and incredibly enough, for how smooth it feels, it has a 7.2% APV.
right.
Dang. Really?
Yeah.
So
The
it's
poison.
it's
So
proceed
yeah.
with caution
Hmm.
type scenario.
Yeah.
But as far as
yeah,
I was as I was
Proceed with
reading
caution, like
as I was reading it, it says great food pairing suggestions. It's great to pair with meats, grilled
Mm.
buffalo wings, lamb kebab with
Mm.
spices,
haven't had a good kebab in a while.
or some fresh mint and barbecue, pork belly. And as far as desserts,
Something with chocolate.
definitely it says here 4 less chocolate cake and bica
Hmm.
or tiramisu.
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 Hmm.
I haven't had tiramisu in a
Which
while.
you
But
think
a lot of
about
things in a while.
the flavor you're getting from the beer, and that's pretty spot on.
Yep.
Oh,
So it's a really, really solid beer. Really, I mean, for the style is really well elaborated. It's kept well. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't have any sign of aging or anything. Interesting. Yeah, it says something about Puerto Rico here in the bottle.
Mhm.
scanning.
Probably when they imported or something.
Interesting.
But I don't know if it's Puerto Rico, the island Puerto Rico, or if it's something.
Could be bottled in Puerto Rico.
Could have been. They could have just sent it over in massive kegs.
Yeah, but
I don't.
yeah, it's pretty solid beer. Really good. I'll give it a 4.
So 2 4s. Okay. What do you think, Chen? What do you got?
Whoa.
Damn.
Not your style.
Yeah, he
I
don't,
was
he don't-
gonna-
remember, he
yeah.
don't like them.
He doesn't like
Like-
dark beers.
Yeah.
That's.
Damn.
I think
that's
I
why you
can-
reacted like that when I gave you that much in a cup.
I can
Thanks, Chen. I
definitely
thought we were boys.
relate because. Oh my
Damn,
god!
you are a beer racist. all
Beer
right?
racist.
It's a colorism, all right?
Oh my god.
Oh man!
I do love. Oh,
Damn, we're gonna take a dive direction.
Guinness is my top.
Mm-mm. I don't know, man. I have my Guinness days and my non
and just so y'all
and my
know,
non
out there,
Guinness days.
Chen said 2.5.
I think I'd say
2.5.
the same thing. Not
Oh,
my
oh, yeah.
style.
Okay,
Not
2.5.
my style.
2.5s. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna give it a 3.5.
Oh.
I
I
like
mean,
it.
its roasted aroma definitely
I
has
enjoy it.
that aroma of like malts and coffee. Its dark color caught me off guard. I didn't think it was going to be that dark when I read the outside of the bottle and the description. Yet I've already tasted this beer before, and it's been that long since I tasted it that I forgot what the hell it looked like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, how many beers you got now? Like, I'm sure you don't even remember what you've been drinking.
Well, I'm at 703 different beers,
Nice.
so it's up and climbing,
Up and climbing.
up and climbing. How many beers do you have?
I was gonna say, oh boy.
Are you sure you want to know?
No. Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Oh, reveal
So
just
that-
a little.
This one that we're talking about was my 3,146.
Love it.
Damn. All right.
I think he's been drinking.
Y'all
a
need to
while.
add each other, all right? That,
Now I gotta
and then
find
be
you.
like, hold on, let's see what beers that. Did he have it? Let's see what he Did he like
So,
it?
what's your favorite local brewery down here?
Man, it's a tough question.
Because
Now
they all have their specialties, right? They all
Yeah.
have great beers
yeah.
from what we've been able to taste. I'm not a sour beer fan myself.
Mm.
And
Polyjuice, though.
respectfully, I brought in a sour beer to the podcast from Spanish Mary right around the corner,
Mhm.
and I was blown out of my mind. It was a great sour beer, and I don't like sour beers,
Mm.
so
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I think you hit it on the spot. I mean, it's like nowadays the way this industry is going is like everywhere you go, you really have good beer. Like I mean, it's not. I remember when I started in the like drinking craft beer, and when we started drinking craft beer, there were brewers that you were going. It's like, this is not good.
mhm.
But I feel like nowadays it has developed to a place where everywhere you go, they have good liquid, like they have good beer.
Just different styles.
Different
depends,
styles,
yeah.
and obviously every brewery they have this whatever they are their favorite beers, or like what they are recognized for.
And like their test beers.
Yeah,
Like, let's see.
right.
Let's see what
But-
people.
yeah, but I think it goes from how good you feel when you go there. It's not only about the beer anymore. It's about what kind of vibe,
The ambiance.
the ambience.
Like, you
what
gotta get
kind,
there, you're like,
And it's also I have a
It's
feeling that
true.
sometimes it also has to do with not just the ambience and the vibe. It has to do with what food do they have
Right to
Hmm.
pair.
to
Food.
match with their beer.
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
Because there's been
For
2 or 3
sure.
that I've gone to,
For
and they're
sure.
like, "Oh, we don't have food here."
Yeah,
Like,
I've
bro,
had a
how
few
the
that
hell
no
can you
food.
have a brewery and not have something?
Yeah, you know something
to,
there for their
Food
beer, you know?
Right.
I
I see
wanna, I want to be able to taste all of your beers, but I need something to counterbalance
Right.
Mhm.
what I'm consuming.
Right,
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 I
right.
can't just be there taking the in fluid and not being able to compensate the
See,
alcohol levels.
I
that
would
are
have to
in all these
disagree
foods.
with you there.
That's because
I
you.
can take influence.
Yeah, you're taking fluid.
Let
you'll
me
be fine.
take that back. Pause.
Hey.
I can drink.
Let me recall that comment.
Oh my god.
Rewind.
Oh. Man.
You set yourself up for that one, bro.
Yeah, I did. I
Uh,
heard myself and I was like, oh no.
Like, for example, I went to I'm having a brain fart right here right now, bro. Cape Canaveral. Right?
Mm.
And there's a brewery up there called Carib, Carib.
Okay.
And I tasted multiple beers from them, and all of them worked great. But the only thing they had for me to chew on was popcorn.
Mm. Or like chips when some places just
Or
Was
like
it
a bag of
restaurants
chips.
around or
Yeah,
something?
they had like a bag of chips.
'Cause
And
I've seen
there
some
were
breweries-
restaurants around. It is the only one brewery in the entire island right there of Cape Canaveral.
Mm.
Right?
Hmm.
I know some
Interesting,
breweries.
Mhm.
I know some actually you can order food and they'll like bring it into
Yeah.
the brewery so that you
Yeah.
can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So I don't know if they
encourage
had
it.
that because some do have that. Like most people don't know. I
And
was like,
they-
hey, can I order something? And most people are like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, they encourage it. It's like, hey, if you want to
To eat
order
locally.
yeah, just order from this place or order Uber Eats or
And
whatever.
I've done that multiple times.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
I've gone to breweries and been like, hey, like they don't have food. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, look, is there like anything you recommend that I can order or can I order? Like, yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
And they'll tell me some places and like, yeah, they'll bring it right
Yep,
in.
Yep.
Right. Right. Yeah,
Damn,
we
Chen
brought
chugged
food
that
to
beer.
places.
Yeah.
Like, let's
Yeah.
bring our takeout
Yeah.
somewhere.
Just try to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Shane gave it a
And-
2.5, but he chugged it because that
And
cup
then-
is empty.
He's a boss. You don't.
you know?
And then the other thing with that, to close on that comment, is that it's the service.
Right.
Like I've been to breweries where, first of all, you have 30 different beers or selections,
Mhm.
and then the first thing they ask you is like, "Oh, what do you want?"
No,
Not
then when they
like,
start off the conversation
"Hey,
like that, I was,
welcome."
It's okay. If I know what beers I like, if I know what am I doing, what am I drinking, yeah, that's fine. But what about if that's my first craft
It's
beer
like, hey,
brewery?
if anything, what
that
you
I
looking
ever
for
been
is a
to?
good
Right.
question. Like,
Let's
what
say
you
that.
looking for? It's
Right.
like, oh,
And
you
then
know
you
what?
get
I'm not
to-
sure. And like, okay, well, then you know, you leave it open. It
It's
keeps
that
it so you
easy.
can have the
It's that
conversation.
easy as, hey, have you been here before?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes or
that's
no?
perfect.
Yes. Perfect. What do you want?
it's all in the approach.
No. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
you've never
really?
been here before? Oh, what
All
kind
in
of
the
beers you
approach.
like? Or
Mhm.
You can start off with like, hey, look, this is what we're known for.
Right.
You can start off with this, or these, like, what type of drinks do you like? What do you drink?
But not always happens like that.
Yeah.
And then, like you go to a place where they might have great beers, and then the first thing they ask you is like, oh, what you want? It's like,
Because they expect everyone to
I-
be like
I
someone
want to
already
get
knows.
out of here.
Mhm.
Right.
That's what I want.
Right.
Right
I
now.
wanted to try your beers, but now I don't
Now
even
I
want to
don't
be
When I
here.
go back home, when I go to the next door, like so yeah.
I'd rather go find Joe Dirt that makes moonshine in his backyard.
Yeah.
You know?
So as far as like favorite brewery, man, I mean,
That's hard.
It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. There's so many good ones, man. I mean,
I tell people it's when it comes to drinking, I feel like it should be like a mood. How you feel? What do you feel like?
How you
drinking?
feel on that
What do you
Yeah.
feel like? Because
Yeah.
it could ease. Like for me, it ebbs and flows. Like it all depends.
It could be
it's-
like a on a Tuesday, sure, let's go here, but then maybe on a Saturday you're like, yeah,
nah,
let's
no,
go
but I
here
want to go
instead.
there because
Yeah.
it makes it brings me up. The drinks look good.
environment. Yeah.
also, I mean, from our perspective too, a little bit is I mean, we brew beer at home and we try to, like improve our recipes over and over and over. So, I mean, if you tell me like, okay, well, let's go have a beer somewhere, so of course, like let's go somewhere, But for me or for us to go to a brewery and like drink something that is kind of like similar to what we're doing home, and sometimes, like, I mean, it's not because oh my god, but like, we're doing some good, decent things at home. So it's like, okay, like I'd rather use.
Is it worth it to go out?
Right.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean, it all depends, It all
Well,
depends on the
then
situation.
here's a different question. Then, if you had to choose a specific classification of beer that you enjoy both
Mhm.
consuming and making the most,
Mhm.
What would you most lean to?
what
Like
would
at
that
times?
be?
Yeah, no.
That's fair. That's a fair.
Yeah,
question.
that is.
I know the answer, too.
What would you lean to? Like when you you haven't been somewhere.
Yeah. So where I am right now, as far as like what I'm drinking nowadays, I have to go to lagers. I mean, I have to go to
Okay.
like lager beers and pilsners or, whatever lager beer is out there. I had my times where IPAs were
Were
the,
a thing?
the ones, like I was the
trend.
first thing that I was gonna drink
what
somewhere.
IPAs
I
you
feel
got?
like Lindsay wasn't on the same boat with those IPAs.
What's that?
I feel like you weren't on the same boat with the IPAs.
Oh no,
No,
not an
like
IPA
IPAs?
person.
Yeah,
No,
she
no.
never was in
No.
the IPA game, but
Give me
for
all the
me,
lagers.
it's like he said, like,
I was gonna ask you which one you like lager.
Lager.
for me, it was like what IPAs you have. That I mean, and that was like starting with IPAs, but then obviously, you develop a little bit your palate, and
Right.
like you understand a little bit more about, and you start understanding that okay, like what is the difference of these IPAs? Like I'm just drinking this just for the ABVs, or I'm just drinking this to enjoy it.
For the
like
hops.
to actually.
I do for both always.
to taste this beer and like be
Mhm.
able
It
to
can go either
taste,
way.
but I mean,
Right.
I love IPAs. Actually, one of the beers that I brought today is an IPA, but I like them. Don't take me wrong, but
No, I do enjoy. We always talk about people like getting into IPAs because sometimes they try certain IPAs, which it's meant for a palate that already has that balance for it. But
yep.
but like like they start off at that high level and then it's like, I can't drink. I was like, no, you got to start here,
Yeah.
and then you work.
And it happened. I mean, and we were together when the first time that I had an IPA, and he's like, I hated it. He's like,
Yeah.
what is this? But obviously, they gave me like a triple dry hop.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, oh, of course I'm gonna hate it, but then obviously you get used to it and you like it, whatever. But,
Right.
but yeah. So
What's the next one? I hear some bottles
Oh, we're
opening.
already popping bottles.
literally.
Done.
The next one is going to be their 1906 Special Reserve, or how they call it, Reserva Especial.
Wow.
Chen was telling us to move because he was
The
getting
hell is-
thirsty.
Tell us about.
Jen's already getting thirsty.
If we leave them
So
thirsty, we
let's
gotta
move this one into the camera. Let's go ahead.
gotta
and
wet his
pour.
whistle.
Are we gonna
this.
have enough cups? Well, I actually have some cups.
We got some more here.
We got some more here, and we got some red cups over here that we won't be able to see what the heck's in them. But
Don't worry,
that's
I'll
fine.
take the red cups for the other stuff.
We'll save some clear cups for the actual camera.
Yeah, we good.
I also brought some here too. I didn't know.
Oh no, that
Cool.
we are good.
All right. This one is going what direction? I got a little bit under half.
I'll give that to Chen.
You give that to Chen?
You overdid
Maybe he
Chen
likes
on
that
the
one.
last one.
Maybe he likes that one.
Actually, I can repeat here, so we don't.
You sure?
Yeah. This is a similar beer.
A lot nicer.
I mean, it's got a nice reddish gold color to it.
Oh,
Thank you.
damn. All right. Here, Chen. You want more?
No,
Do you think, baby?
no, it's not that far off. It's just slightly
It's really clear.
lighter than the other one. The other one still was dark, but still had a slightly reddish
I think
tone
he's
to it. She didn't give
Lindsay.
me her.
That's
her
good, that's
read. Hey,
Yeah.
perfect.
bro, that's like a shot of
Thank
colada
you.
right there.
Yeah, I just need a little bit. That's all I
The
need.
Chen, like Porata's heavy-handed, so he's always trying.
No.
He's
I'm
like
gonna-
me.
Coño, a mí lo que me quedó fue un chorrito meado.
You want some? Here, pour some of mine.
No, pero hay más ahí,
No,
mira.
no, it's all right. We got another bottle over here. We're gonna pop open. That's right. I don't have.
I'm the one popping.
You're the one popping.
Hmm.
All right. This one's slightly approaching room temp, but I'll work with that.
Ooh, and what is the ABV on this?
This one is in at a 6.2. This was supposed to be the 6.5. Sorry. This one's in at
Dang.
6.5.
Oh, okay. Chen already threw in a number. He says
he's
3.5.
excited.
You want a little more?
No, bro. Now I got 2 cups, bro. I didn't even realize I had already.
Look at that. Look where he is. I'm the one drinking the bottles, and
All
he's
right.
going over
We're
here.
getting to that point.
All right. So I'm double whamming here. It's all right. Double fisting. Okay.
When in that, you could pass it to me.
You're right.
Well, actually, this is perfect segue for the next one that is coming
Okay.
because it's similar. So, so we
Really?
yeah.
Mm. I really like
it
this
has
one,
a-
actually.
I do like the color tone a lot. Wow, it has a really smooth taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a little swift, little.
It's got a nice smell of hops and mixture of aromas. Some malt
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Quite bitter though on the finish.
I like that.
I actually like that bitter taste.
Not a huge fan.
Like
but,
my
I mean,
soul, a
this
bit
is-
bitter.
Like I feel this would have been a great one for that nacho tray that we had.
Not
That brisket nacho.
Ooh.
Yeah. Smoked brisket right as you're having this beer.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not a bad mix.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke brisket,
But I'm sure if I was
nachos.
at a Spanish
Yes.
restaurant, I'll be having, what do they call this ham? That little thing that costs $200. It looks like a goat's leg.
Coño, ¿qué?
I can't remember the name of that ham.
Oh,
A ham hock?
jamón serrano, como
Jamón
like-
serrano.
Yes,
There
yes,
we go.
Yes.
Serrano ham.
Yeah.
That-
Serrano ham.
For me, I was like, what? Ham hock?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that huge
I was
thing they
thinking
sell you.
cartoons.
Ham from where?
Yeah.
From where?
Like, wait, what?
What
Jamón-
country is that?
Jamón serrano. Serrano ham. They typically they don't really sell you that thing sliced already. They give you a whole leg at $200.
And then good luck, buddy. Cutting that.
Cutting it because it has to be fine.
And it has
Oh,
to
I
be a
think-
special way. And like, it's not like you can just get the cuchillo and like.
You gotta have a special blade that just
You
butter
gotta
slices right through it.
I'm sure we got
start
that.
doing it right.
Yeah.
Because if not, you mess it up and you don't cut the fat the proper way and that's like that. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's complicated. That's why I'm not a ham cutter.
Nope. That's why you just buy
You're
it pre-sliced.
You're the beer drinker.
I'm the beer drinking.
He's the ham consumer.
That's
Correct.
for
Yeah,
sure.
vete. Got you there, man. I got you.
Beer drinker and beer sniffer.
See, that's why I just
Oh.
hunt, cut, gut.
Yeah, that's
And
my.
throw
I
in
mean,
the
he's got a
barbecue.
point.
That's
You
my
gotta, you
Instagram.
gotta determine the aroma, right? So you gotta sniff a little bit of the beer. Yeah. That's already.
That's one of the main things. That's the first thing. Well, the second thing I will say. First, you see it, and
The
then you
color,
smell
which is a
it.
nice color.
You know what though? I have smelled the
Then
beer
you taste it.
that have smelled like shit, and then you taste it and it tastes great?
Yes,
Yeah,
it happened. Yeah, it
definitely.
happened. Where, you
Definitely.
gotta say it, aren't you?
Which one?
Or the other way around too.
Remember the unbranded?
No, that's not the one I was thinking about. I mean, that one didn't smell that bad.
Mm.
Did it? Yeah, you're right. It did smell like dirty ass socks.
Oh
An
man.
unbranded beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Unbranded
it was
is actually
good.
It was really darn good. It was a stout, and it was called Uncle Fluffernutter.
Oh, that
Like the
sounds
smell
sweet.
was just like,
So-
you're like, because it was a lot.
Mm.
Like
It
when you
was,
try to take a waft of it.
Like chocolate with peanut butter.
But when you tasted
Um,
it, it was just smooth.
I liked it more
Oof.
after having it in a growler for almost a week.
okay. Ooh,
yeah.
that's not
Yeah,
good.
that's
That's
not
not
good.
But after having it in the fridge in the growler for almost a week, I felt more of the chocolatey flavor they were trying to pull out of it than when you got it served right off the tab. And
But even the tap, that we chose it because that was good.
it was good either way. It was good either way, but I felt more of the chocolate after having it in the can for a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with like the darker beers like that, I think as, say you get it on
Mhm.
tap, right? If you let it sit for a couple minutes, different flavors will come
Mhm.
out. Instead of like maybe you tried it and you drank it straight cold from the tap, it's going to taste different, when
Yeah.
you have it a few degrees warmer.
Mm.
I think better, at least in my
I
experience.
feel like stouts also average at a specific temp where they taste best.
Yeah, totally.
Right. They're not that type of beer where
Mhm.
you can have freezing cold right out of
Oh,
the fridge or right
for
off
sure.
the tap.
For sure.
I think you need to let it
You need to
sit
sit for a
there
little bit.
3-4 minutes.
You let it relax.
Let it relax down, and then you start consuming
Yep.
it, and that's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it tastes its best.
Yeah, totally.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
But Lindsay, what's your favorite type of beer?
I would just go for anything lighter, really. I like saisons.
Mhm.
Okay.
A little wild yeast action. And then like
Little wild.
lagers, yeah, pilsners.
Okay.
I actually really love a good Hefeweizen.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
it's actually
A good
one of my
Hefe.
favorites, I guess.
So now that you say that, I actually went to Bay 13 Brewery in Coral Gables this past weekend.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't
Oh,
join
was
you.
it?
Bay 13 had a single, a double, and a triple IPA.
Oof.
So I ordered all three of those, and I did order their Hefeweizen to try it out.
Mm.
Hefeweizen was not bad. I'm glad it was the first beer that I tasted.
I thought you had it in the end. The way you said it, I was
No.
Yeah,
like,
it sounded
what?
like-
I was like, why would you do that?
It was the first beer that I tasted, knowing that once I jumped into the IPA family, going back to a Hefeweizen was going to be suicide.
Yeah, not a good
Would
idea.
not
That was
recommend.
ruin the taste completely.
would not recommend.
Mm.
Where I was deeply disappointed was with I bought 2 of their barrel aged beers, and I took those home. It was their lychee cherry barrel aged
Yep.
beer, and it was a mango pineapple barrel aged beer.
Was in a bottle?
Mm.
I
see you shaking your head. I don't think you.
I gave one a 2.5, and
Ooh.
I gave the other
Wow.
one like a 2.75, almost a 3.
Ay,
But
Dios
you
mío.
know what style beers there were, or
I can tell you.
Now
after.
you got to look
Yeah,
it
it's
up.
okay.
I gotta
No,
look it up.
it's okay. No,
But,
you said
uh,
at the top of your head, but
It's
From the
it
But were they
was-
more sweet than
No, they
sour?
weren't. They
were
weren't sweet at all.
sour. Straight sour.
They were very hoppy, extremely hoppy. I felt like I was getting a piece of baboon,
A hop.
yeah,
Baboon?
Eating
what?
a hop.
I was a piece of just hop and just biting straight into it.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I was gonna say baboon.
Yeah, I know you're going to say baboon. I was like,
I
baboon.
meant to say bamboo, not
I was like,
baboon.
baboon.
a
Like,
baboon
Kumi?
eating bamboo.
Yeah. It was like, coño, I can't drink this. And I forced myself, after spending what I paid for that bottle, I was like, I'm gonna drink the damn bottle either way. I'm not throwing this away.
Regardless, you
Of
spent the
course.
money on it.
Of course.
And at 11% APV, I felt happy after the bottle. I ain't gonna lie.
not happy with the
Yeah.
taste.
I had some pretzels to go with it. On bottle 1, my wife was watching Dancing with the Stars, and I was like, "Yo, that dude sucks."
Oh my.
You started giving it a 1.2,
goodness.
1.5. It started being a 4.5.
Yeah, that was not. And I had bought the beers because of her, because she's big into lychee. And when I tried the lychee, I looked at her and was like, "You're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like this a single bit." But here, try it out.
That
I already see your face.
Reminded me of Schneblish. Wasn't it?
Schneblies.
Schneblies.
that
Schneblies
they
winery?
do, yeah, like they do like fruit wines
Uh-huh.
and like those kind
They
of.
have avocado one.
Dog,
That's
I can't,
right.
I can't do that avocado.
I've had it. It actually
No.
wasn't.
Have
it
you
wasn't-
had it? Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it. It's like it's different. I enjoyed it, but that's something.
It's a very, very dry.
But
it's
it was
a
just
very
like it
dry
was just like
wine.
very
The avocado one. I like
But like I heard about it, I was like, yo, I gotta taste that.
Right.
from them. The one that I liked the most was the guava one.
Oh yeah, we got.
Oh, the guava, yeah.
Mhm.
We have actually a couple of them that we haven't opened. Like we have been aging them. I don't know if that's good enough for those, but
All right.
Okay,
so,
so we're done with these three special Spanish wines.
Hold on.
We got
we haven't
special
given our
beers that are
numbers
coming
yet.
in. We haven't given this one a rating specifically.
Exactly.
Oh,
I don't even know if this
Other
was
than
one of the
Chen.
ones that I've already tasted. Maybe I have already tasted all three of the beers that I brought.
Well, I'll give my number first. So
Go
this
for it.
right here goes for a 3.5 for me.
okay,
3.5.
okay.
I really like this. I do enjoy this.
It's very refreshing. I ain't
It
gonna lie.
is.
It was very
Yeah.
smooth.
I'm already almost done with it.
No.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a 3.
3. Okay.
Mhm.
Solid 3.
Yeah.
I gave it
Go
a 375. It's
3.75. All right.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Porata. Oh, he's Porata's trying to find it.
I actually have already logged this one in.
Of course you
So-
did. Yeah,
Oh my God, all of them.
All three of these I've already,
Goddamn.
and I had not even remembered. But I am gonna upgrade the number from what I had given it the first time I tasted it, because the first time I tasted it, I gave it a 3.25.
okay.
Curious where you had it.
When this log was put in was
Because, it depends on the tap. And, if it was kind of.
I had
Right.
tasted this
So
at a
very little.
restaurant, so it was draft. It wasn't bottled,
Okay.
and I had tasted this back in April 1st of 2018,
Okay. Oh wow.
so a while back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna upgrade from the 3.25 to a 3.75.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
All right.
It's a decent tasting beer.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a respectful number after now tasting multiple beers. I'm not in the 3,000 leagues like someone over here, but
One day.
I've tasted a couple of shit beers, and this I
Don't
wouldn't
we
call
all?
them, I wouldn't call this a shit beer, right?
Don't we all?
This is-
Oh, not at all. Oh no.
this
That
is a
one
refreshing beer.
Oktoberfest episode.
No.
Bro. That Oktoberfest episode,
That
was
had
horrible.
me
That
in a
beer.
loop.
That beer was bad. As we transition here, right, let's talk about the outdoor section of the episode, and then we're transferring into some homebrewed beers. Homebrewed beers, and
First
that's the
time
part
here.
that I'm interested to see what we got. All right, but talking about the outdoors part, let's talk about how would you survive if you got lost, right?
That's
Some
my
of the,
life.
You're always lost. I understand. But just recently, one major technology company just launched out a SOS system
Mm-hmm.
on the new iPhone 14,
Mm-hmm.
aka Apple. And I was reading into it, and it's amazing what Apple invested into this new SOS system. If I'm not mistaken, they put in almost $450 million into updating satellite information and satellite communication.
Put that in my bank account.
For customers who have or people who have iPhone 14s, 14 Pros, and as well, I believe the Apple Watch Ultra,
Yes.
which I read into
About to
also.
say that. Yeah.
That Apple Watch Ultra is sexy. I
I'm
do
gonna
want
get
that
one.
watch.
Do you have it? Oh, you don't have it.
No, I do not have it yet.
My
Yet.
Yet.
I'm gonna get it in December. I already know which one I'm
I
getting.
can't.
I'm
Theoretically,
getting-
I can't get it until January 1st.
Dang.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of stuff I gotta pay for. December's for me.
Let's get through
that's
the
when I'm gonna
holidays,
get it.
and
I'm
then
gonna
it's
be like-
debatable after that.
Oh, everyone's presents already gotten. So
But
y'all out there
what,
watching
what I did like
or
about
hearing.
I did look up the trailer they have set up for this system. It's called the Apple SOS, and it basically sends out an emergency signal to via satellite,
Mm-hmm.
and it allows you to do SMS communication between you and the nearest rescue station.
Correct.
And if
Cool.
you're out in the mountains hiking about, or you're out, I'm guessing on a boat, that'll also be a different scenario for us down here in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
If you're out in the ocean, you can send out that emergency SOS, and you can go ahead and have some sort of Coast Guard or some sort of rescue team that goes out there and finds you wherever the heck you're
Locates
at.
you.
Because it also sends out your GPS location, if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
Exact location.
Exact location.
Wow.
As
Give
you
or take.
open up,
Not perfectly exact, but in a
I mean,
In a
I think
radius.
they would be able to
in
find
a good
you.
radius.
Well,
Yeah, no, in a
it's
good
like
radius.
it's like
Yeah.
100 to 50-foot radius, from what I was able to
Pretty
read.
exact.
So it's pretty spot on. It's not
It
that
does
far
take
off.
a few minutes to go like back and forth with the messaging.
It does take a few seconds because you're
'Cause
in,
it's
in
usually
an area
satellites,
where you
which
have
is
no
fair.
service in reality. So
Exactly.
and
You wouldn't
from
have
what I was
anything
able
anyway.
to see on the trailer, it kind of like helps you angle the phone properly to find the satellite communication, and then that's when the whole messaging system generates, and you start sending
Absolutely incredible.
Right.
Come save me message.
It's something that I've been wanting for a while.
That was a nice voice, man.
Hi.
Oh my god!
I
Don't
like it.
don't encourage him. No,
I'm not gonna lie, it's nice.
don't ever do that.
Okay.
Oh my god!
But it was a very interesting thing because for those people who are out there who are adventurous, who want to go out into the wilderness, who want to go out into the ocean, they want to explore, they want to see something new other than just being in a city life, right? Or in a farming life, or in a, you're stuck in a small town life. It is a great tool to have.
It
Right.
is.
You can only survive so much with a light stick, a lighter, a microscope, a map,
Says you, bruh.
a compass. You're only going to last so long depending on how much experience you have, right? If you know what you can eat, what you can't eat, how to survive if an animal prey decides to come try have you as a feast,
Except me.
Little bite.
a little
bears
bite here and
naked,
there.
like me.
Or if you get bit by a venomous snake in the middle of the wilderness, what are you going to do? There was a huge comical question that we had at one point. If you were out on a hiking trip with your best friend,
Oh yeah.
your best friend got bit by a viper or by some sort of venomous snake
And the only solution was
in
suck
an
out the
area
venom.
you don't want to be bitten, would you help him suck out the venom or would you just let him die?
Ooh.
No.
I love you, my
Or
friend.
would you help him suck
Take-
out the venom and swear upon death that this never happened?
Oh
No.
depends
from where I'm sucking, and it depends what kind of friend is it.
It's exactly what you're thinking.
I mean, I was like, bro, I would just pull the machete out and chop it off.
Like, hey, look, you're not having any
No.
more kids.
That's it. Done deal. But back to the Apple SOS system, I think it's a great tool to have, and it's something to look into for those of you who out there who have already invested into a newer iPhone 14. As technology evolves, things just get better and get more helpful into a day-to-day.
And just to make sure, you have the service free for 2 years.
You do.
And then after that, there's the cost. I don't know what the cost is, to be honest.
Neither do I. I didn't dig that deep in, but I'm glad you brought that into the conversation.
I like the fact that at least you have that for 2 years because they need to try it out. They need to see,
Right.
hey, like, let's see people who actually go out there, get in the wilderness, use it. How does it work? There's even a way to test it without using the service directly, like not actually sending it out to an emergency service.
So like a practice
so that people
run.
exactly.
You wanna
it
see
actually
how it
gives you
works.
that exactly.
Yeah.
You can there's actually an option that you can actually do a practice run on it, which I thought was amazing.
Yeah,
I was like,
of
okay,
course.
perfect. Because some of us want to try it out. We want to see, hey, maybe can it send an actual message? And it lets you know if it does make it or not.
And also
my
just
mouth got a little dry,
a last
right?
note here, like I think it's also cool just to like for people to feel safe and have that like just in case I do have this.
Yeah.
I
You
mean-
can really explore with it.
You know, those people, Friday the
gonna-
13th, and they caught in the cabin with those.
Oh my
I'm gonna tell you from experience, man.
Hey, they got a way out now.
I'm gonna tell you from experience. When you're out there in the middle of nowhere and you're not paying attention, it is easy to bust an ankle, bust a nut,
Yeah.
Bust a what? Hey, cool,
break a knee.
What are you doing out of the
Yeah.
wilderness?
Just
Yeah.
walking on rocks.
What kind of
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
kind of trips do you take?
Yo, all sorts.
See,
of
I know
crazy
I'm fighting
trips.
bears naked, but you're over here busting
I'm
what?
talking about busting it. You're talking about fighting a bear butt naked. Come on now.
Hey, look, I just want to.
What is this? The last of the Mohicans?
Sometimes.
Hey.
Oh, my.
All right,
All right. So
but that was the SOS.
that was Apple SOS.
You out there? Check it out.
Available on iPhone 14, 14 Pros,
Sorry, Android users. Maybe in the
and,
future you get something like that.
Apple Watch Ultra, from what I was able to read.
Nice.
I'm ready for some home beers.
I'm
do
definitely
it.
ready for.
All right.
I'm trying to get you to move.
I'm trying to get me to move, but I'm also ready for like
This is
some
the only
good,
time I'm drinking from a cup.
from
Let's
like a good smoked chorizo or a good smoked churrasco.
go. Ooh.
Are these the
Yo.
cups that we're using?
Those are the demo cups. Aquí, todavía queda for whoever wants.
What?
So I
I'll
might
check other stuff and think
need
about it later.
1, 2, 3, 4. I might need one more cup, please.
Well, let's leave one of these for in front of the camera for sure. And then let's get, there we go. Here's another one.
Here's for the other beer,
And here's for the other beer.
so that you keep that separate. You can,
And then I can keep this little.
I can't wait to taste these.
So which one's this one? What's
So-
on beer number 1 here in the list made
So-
from the house?
Beer number 1 will be
In the
Czech
mic.
Amber,
In the mic.
Czech Amber Lager.
Check Amber Lager. That's beer number 1.
I did a little mess there.
That's all right.
It's a little full.
I know you would.
Look at that head retention there.
Love it a lot of
It
head.
does have a lot of head.
It does,
I
especially
love me
that
some
first
head.
pour.
Ooh.
Chen.
Bust a nut.
Chen to your left.
Your other left.
A little bit to
Chen
try
is gonna
A
be your
little bit.
night.
That's good. Thank you.
for Lindsay right there.
All right. Let's hand this one over to Lindsay that way. Let me
Thank you.
move this one out of the way. This is the one with no head. That was the prior beer we had. And I'm going to put this one into the cam so that people who are watching can take a look at this wonderful color. And I'll be tasting from that one in a minute. But give us a
rundown.
rundown of what is this beer?
Yeah, so this is a Czech Amber Lager. So it's a traditional Czech lager beer. Actually, the process was a double decoction process in the mash, which is pretty much like, I mean, not to get really extremely technical here, but it's pretty much just kind of like taking the grain, that you get your liquid to
Your
ferment your
yeah.
sugar water, and you kind of like boil it a couple of times to get a little bit complexity and a little bit different complex flavor and and head retention as well. Like if you move it a little bit, you see how that head retention really flares up in a way.
Okay.
I get all the head.
I mean,
So
the
yeah,
head
it's-
over there was pretty thick when he poured it. I ain't going to lie.
So it's a lager beer. It's a lager beer. Obviously, it's homebrew.
enjoys
It's not filtered. It's obviously it's a little bit not as clear as probably the other
Right.
ones we had. I mean, it will need a little bit more time to clear a little bit more
Okay.
in cold
Yeah, mine's is.
in cold conditioning. It's kind of like to get all of that haziness kind of like down, but it's relatively young beer.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is a beer that is going to be entering in a competition soon, which is the last competition of the Homebrewers Florida Circuit competition circuit.
Okay.
It's the best Florida beer competition in
okay.
Tampa.
Okay.
So it's entering there, and let's see how it does. So yeah, just a Czech Amber Lager.
It's actually my first time tasting it. I haven't tasted
Really?
it. Yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
Made
so
at
you're like,
home. That ain't bad, I
okay,
like
let's
it.
see.
Yeah.
Está rico.
Have you tasted it? Did you take a smell of it? Did you-
Yeah. No, it's
What's that
good.
aftertaste you got there in the background? Because that aftertaste is the one that just caught my attention. I feel like I'm having, what's that? Like those
Legume.
half pop. What's that brand of like
Legume.
half pop popcorn? Like it's not fully popped. They sell you the little,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't call just like half pop.
There was one that was called half pop, but there's others out there that are called different things. But you get what I mean.
I don't know how anybody wants
So
that.
this particular style, it calls for a little bit of like sulfury flavor.
Okay.
According to, again,
The style.
really technical.
Mm-hmm.
According to the style, according to the BJCP guidelines, like of all the beer styles, calls for a little bit of sulfuric, buttery kind of like flavor, which will be kind of like what they call diacetyl. But in this case, it was we wanted to get that specific flavor. So that's something that you achieve, during the fermentation process when you get to a certain gravity on your on your beer. You kind of like do something that you close the the blow off, so all of that esters and aromas kind of like stay there. So that was intended to be like that. So
Yeah.
and you're also getting probably some malt, like a malt backbone, like kind of like
There is a slight
bready.
maltiness to it, yes.
Yeah, like bready, like crackery kind of flavor in the bag.
I definitely get malt too. I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
expect it to be like this. Just
Yeah.
honestly, it's my first
Surprise.
time tasting it. We had it at home, but
Mhm.
yeah, it is very malt forward. I wasn't expecting it to be as malty, but I think it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah. It's an amber lager.
Like
So
surprise malt.
I mean, I guess that after flavor that you get right there, I guess I can also compare it to like unsalted pretzels.
Ken looks like he's enjoying it because he's definitely
Yeah.
staring at it.
Yeah. Kind of like that flavor you get after you have a couple of
Yeah.
unsalted pretzels.
Yeah.
That's that
Yeah.
almost that same flavor.
yeah, that's the crackery. That's the
Right.
crackery,
Mhm.
bready, kind of like flavor.
Toasted.
The-
Okay.
Yeah.
Toasted a little bit, that the style calls for.
So if you had to give it a name, what would you name this beer?
Oh,
I mean-
now
Put you on
I'm
the
That's a
making
good
spot. Now we're waiting for the name.
So I mean, we really don't go too much for like crazy names on
Okay.
beers. I mean, we kind of like just go with the style of the beer and
Okay.
kind of that's the name, So like Czech Amber Lager, but
We didn't even think of a name for this.
Yeah.
I think we've named only a couple of our beers, but
so yeah,
The popcorn
Bro.
called Poppycock.
that's what you're gonna call it, George? All right.
No, that's the name of it. I remember. It's Poppycock.
poppycock. What the half pop popcorn?
Yeah, Poppycock.
Oh, what I see. All right.
so
Poppycock.
Yeah,
I thought that was the name he was suggesting for the beer. I was like, bro, he ain't gonna use
No.
He is not gonna use
What?
that name.
The name is Poppycock. No.
He is not gonna use that name.
I like
Oh
this.
man.
so now it's time for you guys to give it a rate.
Do you want to give us a rate? Because if anything, you're putting it on the show.
You're putting it on the show, so if
If you're gonna put it out there,
I'll
I'm
give you
enjoying
a rating off the. Let me try
Chen
to
already
get-
had a rating.
how do you think it came out? Like as far as like style wise, like did you want it to be the way it is, or did you want it to be more fruity or more hoppy?
Yeah, the only thing that I intended to be originally was a Czech dark lager.
A little bit darker.
Dark. So, but it came out. I mean, like lucky enough, there is a category in the Czech amber lager, which is a little bit
Lighter.
this color.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Boraki.
lucky enough, because if not, it will be like, eh. But yes, I do intend it to be a little bit more darker, but it didn't come out.
So what's your number then?
Oh, you asking
rating?
me? I'm
Yeah.
asking
Your
you
personal.
guys.
Okay, so
Alright.
from Chen, starting off, 3.75.
Okay.
Does
Okay.
enjoy
Pretty
it.
good.
Okay.
I'm actually with Chen. I actually do enjoy it. It's very smooth. Like,
it is definitely smooth.
like
It was that after flavor though that left me thinking there for a second, but the after flavor is not that. It's not strong. It's not,
Just gives you like a
something
punch.
that punches you in the throat. It actually makes me want to go back for more.
Like a tease.
Yeah,
Just
like, you're
"Oh, I
like,
want more.
yeah, let me-
Oh, but
hold
hold
on,
up.
what was
Let
about
me
it?
go ahead and consume again.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
All right. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to the 375.
Yeah.
375 for.
Cool.
No, not bad.
Cool.
I can see this beer being a good.
Pizza.
Oh, this will be great with pizza. This will be great with pizza.
Nah. I would say with like a grilled chicken.
Grilled shrimp,
Ooh, grilled shrimp.
Any
fried
food.
calamari.
Yeah, I love
Any
the head,
food,
really,
You know, there's
like-
some food out there.
chicharrones.
Chicharrone. Yes.
That is.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, chicharrones.
I
oof.
ate con chicharrone. Yes.
This
What is
beer
that,
with
like,
chicharrone
yes,
would
like the
not be bad.
fattiness of
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
What's
some-
a chicharrone? No, I'm just
I
kidding.
was like, chicharrone?
I'm joking.
some pork belly. Some fried pork belly.
Chicharone.
I think Lindsay knows.
Yeah, but not maybe some of the listeners
Making
out there
fun
have
of
no
us.
idea.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But this is what we're gonna
Maybe
tell
they
them.
could be some gringos like me.
Exactly.
Uh, George put up there Poppycock Amber Lager.
That's the name.
Poppycock Amber Lager.
Done deal. We're gonna save it.
That'd be actually great. It's like poppycock. And
It's
they'd be like,
catchy.
Poppycock.
What beer is this? The Poppycock.
The poppycock.
Poppycock Amber Lager.
That's it. The
Um,
PAL. PAL.
I don't know, man. I think some fried pork belly would be probably the top choice for this beer.
Cool. Cool.
Oh.
Well, good to know.
Oh.
All right,
Not
so
bad. I liked it.
Just
just
one
because we
more.
got 5, we got to
All
move quickly.
I got to chug
I don't
this
like
one.
to say it, but
Do we have,
Forced. No.
You know,
or I can chug it
save
if you can't.
Have another cup here, no?
Give another cup there for the camera, and then we can go whatever other cups. I got
Look,
more cups over here.
I am the vessel for alcohol. This is why I'm here.
The drain. Just pour it.
Yeah.
I'm good on this. Is the IPA, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good on this
Ooh.
one.
No,
Thank you, though.
try it, maybe.
That even like
I
maybe
haven't
like
even
that
tried
much?
it yet, but
Maybe like that little bit.
maybe like
Oh, so he
a
was
sip,
holding.
a
He
sip.
was holding the best for last. Okay.
No, because it will make more sense to go amber lager first, and,
Yeah, it
and
makes sense.
especially
It does.
especially the way
we had the
come in.
conversation. Like if like they have a Weiss in the IPA, it's like
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
was like, wait, what?
We had this conversation earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 more lagers here, but those are commercial lagers that we don't have to go through because didn't know that you guys were bringing beer. So yeah, but yeah. So whenever you guys ready,
I just come in. I don't know nothing.
I'm here to drink
I'm just
the
the
beer.
co-host.
Unless I meet him the day before and be like, oh, hey, this week you're picking up beers.
Oh yeah, I'm
It's
picking up beers
not
next
as
week.
much as the other one. It's a little bit less. So it's
Oh, we gotta
probably
figure
just gonna-
what are good beers to match with the turkey.
Ooh.
We got to figure out what
Someone's
beers are good
excited.
beers to match up with the
I'm
turkey.
very excited. I'm so excited.
Shit, I might just go back for some Uncle Fluffernutter again to match up with a dessert.
Oh boy.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Just make sure everybody gets a little bit, and then
That's
Put a
right.
lot
We
for
are
me.
limited on this one. This one's not a.
no, it's not as much as the other one.
It does have a very nice color tone.
I call
to it.
dibs on the one that has the most.
I'll have the least.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that one right there will be.
That one's going that way.
The alcoholic wants the most.
No, this
That one has less than that one.
Yeah, I want yours.
This one?
The
No.
one in front of you
No,
has.
no, this is for me.
No, I want that one.
I love it. He doesn't really like. Wait, excuse me. That's
No.
mine.
I don't drink IPA, so I need the least.
The one that has the
amount.
least amount of IPA goes that way.
I love that
Thank
you're
you.
like, "Excuse me?"
No.
Like,
Which one you want?
Of those?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, here, camera.
Yeah.
This is the one in front of the camera.
Pass it, Chen.
And then this one has less than that one.
Let's cycle. So you guys choose or
I like IPA, so I kept the one that's
Look,
in front of the
I love
camera.
my people, but when it comes to alcohol, I always take more than you.
just give it a little
Period.
Yeah, give it a little
give it
swirl
a little swirl
and then
before-
smell.
Ooh,
Man,
I didn't
this
have to
one,
swirl it. It's already.
I don't even like
Oh, it's
IPAs,
got
and
a
this one
wonderful,
is.
wonderful floral scent to it.
Oh,
That
you're
smells
telling me or you're
amazing.
telling the beer?
Well,
He's talking right into the beer. He's like,
you,
hey.
you guys are the creators of the beer, so I'm letting you know.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
cheddar.
Chen's already given it a number. All right.
Mm,
Jen hasn't been big on the IPAs either.
thank you. For
What
that,
dang?
though.
Do you know what the APV level
I
on this
love
one?
the
So this one-
smell
this
a
one
lot. I haven't even
actually-
tasted it. Just
Actually, this beer came more sessionable than what I was expected to come out. So it probably came out in the 6.2, 6.3 range. Usually the IPAs that we make at home usually come out on the higher end of the spectrum. They come
Okay.
out like in the 7.5.
I can taste those for you.
But this
I
one specifically,
volunteer.
this one specifically came
tribute.
out a little bit lower.
But
Yeah,
this-
but it's really drink. I mean, it's yes, it's an IPA, but it's really easy
It's
drinking.
light, yeah.
It's light. It's not as strong either.
This is only single process. This is not double. This is not triple. This is just a standard
This
IPA.
is a standard
so
IPA.
standard American Pale Ale.
Yeah. I
Indian
mean,
Pale Ale.
it is a yes. So
Indian
it is.
Pale Ale.
It is. I want to say it's double dry hop, but single IPA. It doesn't get to the double IPA level, numbers.
I asked because it
Oh.
tastes like a double from how smooth it is.
Yeah, it's
But it's-
extremely smooth.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
is super smooth for an IPA.
Yes,
Oh,
but
I
it's
feel
on
like
the lower.
Our biggest critiquer of IPAs that's not in this episode right now, he doesn't like IPAs. And every time
But
we
we
have
have multiple people that don't like IPA.
well, and we're referring specifically to Chris. Chris has been in
Oh,
2
Chris,
episodes
yeah.
where we've
Well,
had
he
IPAs.
enjoys IPAs and very critical about them.
He enjoys specific IPAs. He's not fond of IPAs because of the hoppiness.
He can be a little critical.
But he goes deep into
he's-
why he doesn't like IPAs.
I think you'd
um,
like this one.
he would definitely like this.
Well, it's
He
good
would
to hear.
definitely
I
like
can already give you a number because Chen already gave it 4.
Chen
I
already
give
gave
it
you a solid
4.25.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Like
you.
4.25 from me. Like, this is good.
I'll rate it. I'm not an IPA person, but maybe a 4.
Okay.
Like I know the aroma is there. I just as soon as I smell
The
it, I'm
smell
like,
was just great. I was just
The
like,
smell
wow. I
was,
was
the
just,
smell's
that's why
delicious.
like,
Yeah,
I
I
stood there
love
for a while. I
attention
did not
to
want to like.
mm,
I was like,
Really nice.
The color's also great
Yep.
for an IPA.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's
I
just
was,
like
I was watching
cloudy,
it pour, and I
though.
was like,
It's like a cloudy
At-
gold.
it's got a cloudy gold tone to it, but I was
Mhm.
expecting way more hoppiness based
Right.
off of color, based off of other beers we've tried.
I see. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then as I tasted it, I was like, damn,
Mhm.
this is not bad for an IPA.
Right.
You guys definitely got the magic touch on this IPA.
Well, thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Now, I'm going to give it a solid
Fuck, I want more.
4.5.
I'm like,
I'm
fuck,
gonna
I want
give it
a
a solid
bottle, not
4.5.
this.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
This whole reason why I
Thank
drink
you. Wow,
bottles.
thank
This,
you.
for a single IPA is absolutely not bad. This is actually really good.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice. Well, there is more from the source. We just brought that one.
The
that one.
source.
So in
That's the brewery.
case you
This
guys
is-
wanna
Coño.
drink a little bit more, I mean, obviously probably not today, but like if you guys want to drink more of it, there is
This-
more where that came from. So
Just in a keg at home.
Coño.
exactly, it's
goodness.
using a keg at
Damn,
home.
you guys got kegs and everything already rolling?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
So-
Well, he's got to take
On
it
your
up. So he
average-
definitely has to have it in some kegs.
yeah.
So here's a good question. On your average brew,
Mhm.
how many servings do you averagely make per each one of your brews?
Yeah. So,
So
our
relating to like a full size keg that a
Or
restaurant
do you
would
just
have in
make
possession.
a keg? Or do you?
Right, a full size keg a restaurant would have in possession
there's different
typically
kegs.
has about 120 servings.
right. So, but that's a $6 that's a half a barrel. I
No.
think that's
Yeah, that's the.
Like the big one.
He's
The big
thinking.
one.
He's thinking
The
big.
big-
I feel like there's
big.
different ones. There's like that little half
Right,
small.
right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I'm
Depending
relating
what
to
you-
Yeah.
what a restaurant would have. I'm sure the one you have at home is much smaller.
Yes. So
Right.
Yeah.
so the ones that you're referring to is half a barrel,
Mhm.
which is about I believe 21 gallons of
Okay.
beer, if I'm not mistaken.
I can drink that
I
in one
might
night.
be
Let's go.
mistaken. That's a number that we gotta double check with our technology friends, but I'm talking about the phone.
Mhm.
But what we do
The one time
what we
series
do at
doesn't want
home
to
is
talk.
5 gallons.
5
so
gallons.
it's 5
Okay.
gallons. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's
So-
still a decent amount of beer. I
Yeah.
mean, that,
So we have slim kegs, I believe
Slim
they're called.
kegs, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the skinny,
They're like
tall
skinny.
ones.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's probably like they got the
They're called corny
easy to
kegs.
carry.
Yeah.
Corny. They're not
You
corny.
get the big
they're
ones, you'll be
just
like,
normal, but
yeah.
they're called corny kegs.
Okay, I'm not saying you're recording. I'm just,
That's just the name. I don't know. Don't
Okay.
ask me why they call them corny because they look normal to me. But
okay.
Look
Probably
maybe
because they're skinny and
maybe
slim.
look like stalks
Exactly.
of corn.
All right.
So we
Corn
can
on the
fit
cob.
maybe
Oh.
how many of those? Like 3? We can fit at home? 4? 3?
cold, we can fit around six kegs. Cold.
So I'm guessing you have a little mini
Okay.
kegerator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
course.
we do.
They got to. They get,
Of
Yeah.
course, bro. If they're making that many beers at home, they got a kegerator.
Yeah.
if not,
Not
they're all
bad, not
spoiled
bad.
and
Yeah.
all gone to
No
shit.
good. No good.
4.5 for a homemade IPA. This is impressive.
Wow. Well,
I liked
thank
it.
you.
I liked it
Thank
a
you.
lot.
So
I-
Chen wants to know where we can find your beers,
We'll send you the address.
if we can ever find. Well, for our people out there in our podcast,
Wow.
or
Wow.
maybe
For our
like jump
followers.
into one of those shows that you go to.
Yeah.
You know, where can we find you? Where can we get like
Contact
touch with you.
us.
Yes. So as of right now, the only way will be through a little blog that I had we
Okay.
have kind of like traveling and is beer and travel, but it's not really active right now.
it's like
called-
a website, Instagram.
It's
is
an
it?
Instagram. It's
Beer and
El
Travel.
Huele Birra.
What's the Instagram? Let us
El-
know.
El Huele Birra, which will
Oh,
be
we gotta spell that.
which will
for
be
sure,
the,
I'm gonna
the
have
beer,
to copy that down, bro.
the beer sniffer. That's what it is in English, but I mean it's El Huele Birra. That's the handle. But
Send a message through there.
yeah, yeah.
Make sure you put that on the.
No, I have to, bro.
They're not gonna.
I'm not gonna remember that. shit.
Now that's the only way right now. I mean we're
That's
in the
fine.
process of coming out with our little name for our home brews and kind of like a brewery quote unquote name.
But if anything, you get some international people, some people around the U.S. taste your stuff.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, no, for sure. So the plans are I don't know how if it's near or long future, but to open something potentially in Miami at some point. I mean,
Have your own brewery?
Yeah, I mean that's a dream,
dream.
that has been going for a few years now.
Bro, now we know who to contact, bro. Now I know who to contact. Now I just got to show up in their backyard and be like, yo, I got this big ass smoker. It's on a trailer.
There we go.
I'll be in the backyard.
You can barbecue there. Hey, there
you'll be the brewmaster.
You already got the food.
And we sit.
Hey,
all right.
And I'll come by and I'll just be the taster.
We're down. We're down.
Now we know who to contact.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, you guys can. We can actually talk about
Between
what kind of
their
beers
and my wife's poison, we're set.
Poison,
man.
yeah. People want a
Because
little
let me
mixed
tell you,
drinks.
we had an episode back where we did one of our peach poison juices. All you taste is peach.
But it sneaks up on
Oh
But when you
Very much
are
so.
finised with cup one
You'll
and
be
you're
like,
rolling on
it's
cup
delicious.
2, it's boom. Try to get up to go take a piss and watch what happens.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I
boy.
probably had a gallon one time when I got.
Yeah,
I was
this
sitting there
dude
going,
ordered. So Hyro here
That's
got an
multiple
Uber.
flavors.
He got an Uber, and I watched
Oh
him go
my
out the front
goodness.
door, and he did not see the mini hedges right by the sidewalk.
And that's hard for me because it takes a lot to get me.
He did not see the mini hedges right by the sidewalk
That's
and
what people
ate the
like on the
grass.
tank.
Ate
Yeah.
the grass, got back up, and then got into the
But
Uber.
I had about a gallon of like I was literally
Right.
going through different flavors constantly,
She doesn't only
and
do
I was
peach.
drinking beers too.
She she's done peach, she's done pineapple, she's done lychee. The lychee one crawls up on you real quick
It does.
because it just tastes like lychee, and all of a sudden it's like, Toma, wake up.
Mm,
You know?
no thanks.
And you guys out there can follow her at Not These Poison.
Indeed.
That's
in
literally
the
the
name.
Instagram.
Okay.
Not
All
these
right.
poison.
Oh,
Not this
boy.
poison. Okay.
All right. So
Uh,
anything else?
That's it, man. I
is a
don't have
good long one.
any barbecue episodes for tonight. Any barbecue recipes for tonight?
Lindsay,
I
do you
feel
have
like-
anywhere that you want people to find you?
I mean, my personal Instagram, but not really. I mean, I just
Don't
kind of
worry
we kind of
about it.
just do
We'll
his
You can
follow-
just
Instagram.
we'll
hey,
follow
we'll
that
follow
down.
that one. That's
yeah.
fine. We always
I'm
ask
gonna
these
have to,
questions we
you
don't
know.
know.
Write that down because I'm
That's me.
gonna forget that.
Hey,
No, but for sure, guys, thanks for coming out to Outdoors Brews and Barbecue.
thank you very much.
I really
Thank
did like
you
that
for
IPA.
having us.
Really did like the IPA. I was impressed with the IPA.
Thank you
That
guys.
IPA
Thank you
is
for
fire.
having us. Wow.
All right.
This has been fun. Thank you.
Can't wait to do it again.
Thank you
with
for
some
the
new
beers.
beers.
Sure.
Oh, you're definitely
For
back.
sure. And thanks to all the followers out there. Until the next episode of Outdoors Brews and Barbecue.
Peace.
Later.